Up here. Okay. So, I think we're live. We'll keep it on a wide shot for just a second. Let's see if people can see us real quick. Once again, welcome back to a live video with Hope and Rich. It's football season, so we're gonna go through some football stuff. Yeah. But it's September 13th of 2025, and the story here is I bought a binder at the local card shop that had these cards in it along with, they were in the sleeves. The value of that $10 binder was to have the binder and the sleeves. The cards are just kind of extra because I'm a little OCD. We kind of package the cards up to create a variety, and we're just going to kind of flip through them. I mean, these are 1992 Fleer Ultra. So if you do the math, these cards with a binder and some sleeves, and the binder and sleeves were actually usable for other projects. I mean, these are like quarter packs, not $1 packs, but like quarter packs, or, I mean, you could sarcastically call them dime bags. I mean, whatever. I mean, these are common cards from back in the day, but they're a nice look. They're premium football card for back in 1992. 1992 was a year where it was all about the Bills beat the Dolphins in the championship. Okay. So the Dolphins at one point were actually good, and the Cowboys beat the 49ers in the championship. And I'm pretty sure that championship game made me cry. And then
that's why you don't like the Cowboys.
Yeah, there's several reasons. That's one of them. And then in the Super Bowl, the Cowboys beat the Bills 52-17.
Oh, that's terrible year for the Bills.
Yeah, I mean, the Bills won those 4 AFC titles that they always would lose in the Super Bowl.
The Bills are still good. They're still good.
And they are. Yeah, we are.
They haven't really been able to win in a few years, but they're still good.
They are very competitive.
They still make it to the postseason.
Yeah, we're one of the top teams in football. Okay,
we're also watching Rays and Cubs, and can you tell me who's at that game right now?
Well, yes, I can, Hope. Anthony Rizzo, who retired from the Yankees, I guess, or retired as a Cub. I don't know if he signed a one-day contract with the Cubs and retired with the Cubs, but Rizzo retired early this week, and the Cubs are honoring him. He's actually in the bleachers at Wrigley Field, and he had the fans sign a Rizzo jersey. He's wearing a Rizzo jersey, drinking beer in the Wrigley Field bleachers. With the fans.
And Ian Happ also threw a ball to him.
And everybody's still behaving. Yeah, Ian Happ had a ball in his back pocket. I assume he wrote something on it, and then he tossed it up to Rizzo in the bleachers, and the fans let Rizzo catch it. He kind of looked at the ball, like reading whatever it said. And then we fast forward a little bit, and we see that Rizzo basically let all the fans and the kids sign a Rizzo jersey that he's wearing. So just to give you a point of where we are when we're recording this, so it's a Cubs and Rays, last couple of weeks of the baseball season. Back to football, week two. Week two's coming. We'll do one at a time. And I want to try to reuse these team bags, so if you could, because these are kind of new, you can kind of peel, and we'll do one at a time. Let me get a little zoom in action here for us.
This giant stack right here.
Yeah. And there's 13 of these, and I need to take a break from the baseball stuff. Let me go in a little further. And there aren't going to be any hits here, but any legends? Yeah, any legends are going left and right here. All right, so let me get set. That's what, Jim Harbaugh? Mm-hmm. Okay. What was that?
I don't know. Vincent Smith.
Okay, now we're good. All right. All right, so Vincent Smith of the Cowboys, 1992 Fleer Ultra, Ed King, Harold Green, Shane Conlon, Bill Fralick, Amp Lee, and that's a draft pick, Amp Lee. He would play for the 49ers, had a very small role on that team when they would win the Super Bowl in '94. Ricky Sanders, Redskins legend, Tim Newton, John L. Williams, one of those pass receiving running backs. Steve Bono, the best third-string quarterback in the league. Derek Walker, he would actually go on to be a starting quarterback. And they took a picture of him in the shade.
Okay.
Barry Bananas Foster, Rich Camarillo, punter cards. Tony Stargell, Raina Thompson, Mark Collins, Fred McAfee, Ray Berry, not Raymond Berry, Ray Berry, Mark Higgs, Nick Bell, Tim Grunhard, Bill Brooks, Haywood Jeffries of the Oilers. Let's see the back of these. Okay. One of those receivers in that run and shoot Oilers offense. Leroy Butler, Keith Gonagas, and my grandparents and parents are Packer fans. My grandparents lived in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, and occasionally they would bump into Leroy Butler,
Really?
you know, at the grocery store and stuff. Yeah. Apparently a nice guy. All right. Keith Goganis, sorry. Rodney Peete, USC. Greg Lewis, and Jackie Slater. He does some TV work out here for sports. Hall of Fame legend, Jackie Slater. All right, throw another one up there.
He looks like he's going for this guy here.
Yeah, he's Jackie, large man.
That's why he's
he's an offensive tackle. So he is keeping him away from Jim Everett is what the goal is. Keep him away from my quarterback. And I'm assuming, yeah, that's Eric Dickerson back there. No, Robert Del Pino, maybe. All right, Warren Moon, and we'll put Warren Moon over here. Oh, and one of his teammates, Doug Smith.
One of his teams that's being grabbed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about to be a holding penalty. Chris Spielman, he's a legend. Not a very good picture. It's a little blurry. Let me tell you about Michael Young against the Buffalo Bills. Okay. Alfred Williams.
There's a lot of guys trying to go for him.
Hey, that's my name, R. Johnson. Daryl Johnson, the Moose. David Fulcher. Mark Carrier. I mean, he's got like back they would have the fanny pack on the front. Got to put your hands in there to keep it warm when you play in Chicago. That's what that's all about. Kent Hull. There's Jim Kelly. I think Kent Hull's doing his job as a center.
Yeah.
Right? Looks like it.
There's a lot going on there.
There is a lot going on.
Players.
Yeah, and Thurman Thomas, yeah. Leon Searcy, Harris Barton, John Freeze, Eric Green, Ken Harvey, James Lofton running away from the Jets, Rick Bryan, Joe Jacoby, Lewis Lips, Robert Blackman, Eric Allen, he's a Hall of Famer now, Mo Lewis, Rodney Hampton, Gene Atkins, and Vincent Brown.
Some more.
John Offerdahl, Ray Roberts, draft pick, Steve Wisniewski, Jay Schrader, Tracy Simeon, and Terry Allen. And I'm telling you, if you owned a Nintendo, you've played video games with most of these names, and you know what I'm talking about. All right, Tecmo Super Bowl. All right, thank you.
Sterling Sharp.
Oh, Hall of Famer. Shannon Sharp was more emotional than Sterling Sharp was when Shannon Sharp introduced Sterling Sharp to the Hall of Fame. Mike Ken, they like gave it was like Sterling gave his jacket to Shannon or something like that. It's crazy. Andre Collins, somebody got wiped out. Gary Anderson.
Someone's getting wiped out right there.
At the time, Gary Anderson was also a kicker, and this was Gary Anderson, the running back. So
This guy looks like he's trying to...
a foot tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work. Anderson's getting the first down. Brian Millard, Bill Romanowski, RomoCop, and then like backside of offensive lineman. All right, Sean Jefferson, Christian Okoye, the Nigerian Nightmare. Look at that.
Huge guy.
Mm-hmm. Very large, big shoulder pads, but also a very large man. You gotta put.
A running back.
Mm-hmm. Dino Hackett made the tackle. Brian Cox, Mel Gray, return specialist Steve Sewell, and the first down marker. Patrick Rowe.
It's a draft pick.
All right. Ken Norton, his dad was a boxer. James Jones, David Grant, Tom Waddle, Jeff Wright, Gary Anderson, the kicker. I told you. I wouldn't lie to you. It's Gary Anderson, the running back, and Gary Anderson. It looks like he's a straight-on kicker, too. Yeah.
It looks like he just kicked the ball.
Mm-hmm. Eric Hill, Marvin Washington, and Don Mikowski. Myron Guyton, Pepper Johnson, Morton Anderson. We love kickers. Irving Fryer. Touchdown Tommy Vardell, a draft pick back then. There's Robert Del Pino. Ethan Horton. I mean, these are like Stadium Club level photos and upper deck level photos. Tim Barnett. So Fleer Ultra did a really good job on some of these. Chip Banks and Ray Childress. A little blurry. The focus is off a little bit on some of these guys. All right. Chris Carter, all he does is catch touchdowns. That was a criticism. And you're like, how is that a criticism? Catching touchdowns is good. Oh, yeah, more Rizzo love. Thank you. All right, so Chris Carter.
A box of donuts with like pictures.
Chris Carter for Sterling. Willie Clay, draft pick back then, 1992 Fleer Ultra. Lee Johnson punting. Steve McMichael, rest in peace, recently passed away. They call him Flipper. Swervin' Mervin Fernandez. Kevin Ross. Daryl Talley and Jay Schrader. Clarence Verdun, kind of a return specialist. William Fuller. Matt Brock. Tim Green is probably, I mean, that's hands to the face right there. Chip Lowmiller and...
I don't even know what's happening there.
Looks like it's about to get blocked.
Yeah. On a kick?
Yeah. I mean, we got right there. Got to get that up. Use more loft. Scott Conover. Dennis Smith. He can lay the hits. Alexander Wright. Keith McCants. Cortez Kennedy. Todd Bowles. Being a coach. I don't remember him doing much for the 49ers as a player. Ronnie Harmon. Well, scat back. Could do a little bit of everything. Neil O'Donnell. Roger Ruzek. Jim Sweeney. Jared Bunch. Mark D'Onofrio. Joel Hilgenberg. Greg McMurtry. Tony Page. And Clay Matthews. Bit of a legend for the Browns, okay? 13 of these packs. Oh, Tom Rathman of the 49ers. He could block, catch a lot of passes, and occasionally they hand him the football to run it.
Put his hand on somebody's head.
Yeah, he's about to hit somebody he's about to Roger Craig with the knees right there. Okay? Yeah, 34 receptions, but he had 63 carries and 91. Yeah. 6 touchdowns, though. So a goal line guy. And he would have some big pass-catching years, though. Bert Grossman, Johnny Johnson, Seth Joyner, Jeff Loggeman.
There's a lot of guys on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's Vince Workman, my way back to you, babe. Okay, Mark Spindler, Corey Barlow, draft pick. Mark Ingram. Checklist for Fleer Ultra. If there's one side, there's a second side. Oh, they both look the same. Oh, wow, how boring. Okay. Bobby Hebert. Tyrone Braxton. Isaac Holt. Richard Brown. Tim McGee diving out. Got to keep those hands out of the ball. It's got to go call it incomplete.
There's not really a lot of people around.
No, it looks kind of dreary too. John Roper also looking like he's playing in poor conditions. Mark Kelso. Now he's one of the guys that had one of those extra protective helmet back in the day.
Yeah.
One of the first players that kind of, I need some extra security for my head. You can kind of tell that he's got you can kind of tell that he has a shell on top of his helmet.
Yeah.
Mike Pritchard. I mean, and once again, they're playing football on the Braves baseball field, pretty much.
The dirt.
Yeah, you can see, yeah. Wilbur Marshall, I mean, is he being tackled by his own player, his own teammate? I mean, what is happening? Or Ian Beckles, Terry Wooden, Pat Harlow, Steve Jordan. Once again, they're waiting until like it's the fourth quarter and it's getting dark to take the picture. Mark Duper. Robert Young, and that's Robert Young here. No, that's not Robert Young there. No. Howie Long and Steve Wallace. That's quality. Stephon Page. John Hand. Lorenzo White. Low White. And Scott Lockwood draft pick card. Okay. Thurman Thomas. Never had a really great Super Bowl in the 4 that he was in. The Bills still legendary run in the AFC. I mean, look at that. 62 catches, 631 yards receiving, 1,400 yards rushing, 12 touchdowns. Solid player. Michael Carter, Gary Plummer, David Little. Tim McDonald has the ball. Well, actually, he doesn't in that one.
I think he wants the ball.
He wants the ball. William Thomas, Dexter McNabb, another draft pick card. Chris Burkett, Vaughn Johnson. The Saints had some frightening defensive players. Eugene Lockhart. They just didn't have a great offense to go with it. Mike Merriweather, Jim Everett, Greg Townsend, and is that
somebody on the ground?
Is that Eric Pegram? Like, I don't know who is getting smoked there by the Falcons.
Right there.
Okay. Eddie Anderson also blowing people up as a safety. J.C. Pearson? Bubba McDowell, Tony Mandarich, bust. Jerry Ball. And, I mean, it's like, you can't be nope.
He's also huge, and that guy next to him is not very big.
Yeah. He's like, I gotta put my hands on him. Derek Russell, Will Fuhrer, Michael Irvin, Tony Jones, Leonard Marshall, Eddie Brown, Lemuel Stinson, Scott Case, Ken Govea, Ron Hall, and Eugene Robinson. Okay. So we're just sticking with the Nigerian Nightmare and Chris Carter. Maybe we'll give Andre Rison some love. Bad Moon Rising. Okay. Him over there for the Falcons. Jim Lachey. Chris Hakel, one of those draft pick cards. Leon Seals. Tony Covington. Dwayne Harper. There's like 2 cards in each pack that I don't really know the players. Tim Harris, he's on the Packers. Broderick Thompson. Ernie Jones. Reggie White. I'm sorry. I'm going to put Reggie over here. The Minister of Defense. There you go. 15 sacks in 1991. 3 fumble recoveries. 100 tackles. 110 sacks heading into 1992. That's a lot. John Randall. Ooh, he's frightening. Scott Merceau, Neil Smith. Oh gosh, this is getting. We'll put Neil Smith over Christian Okoye, his teammate. Lewis Tillman. This pack has got defensive. Floyd Turner. Oh come on, he's gonna pull out of that tackle. All right. Scott Radicek. What? Checklist for the Falcons and the Bears and who cares? The Browns and the Broncos. Looks like they went in alphabetical order, maybe. Sean Jones. Tony Bennett, sing for us. Eric Kramer, Kenny Skywalker, Steve Berline, Randy Hilliard, Leo Barker, Darren Lewis. I like when there's like the guy and then the person that's trying to stop the guy. Yeah, I like those. I love those photos. Okay.
Looks like a not very healthy looking ground.
No, that looks like.
That looks like dead grass.
Yeah.
Turf that's falling apart.
Mm-hmm. Kevin Turner, Marv Cook, Pete Stoyanovich. Oh, and the referee. Guess the referee. I don't know. I can't see his number. Darrell Henley, and Willie Gault, deep threat for the Raiders. Not quite Tim Brown. Willie Gault also played for the Bears. Look at that little mega run. Dave Megas, a guy on Tecmo Super Bowl where you would have him do kick returns, punt returns. You'd throw to him, you'd run him, try to get him 1,000 yards in all 4 categories. And at some point, he would get hurt, and you couldn't pull off the feet. 50 catches, 29 carries. So they like the safety valve. They like to throw to him. And he played on special teams. All right, Michael Haynes, Ernest Biner. Ernest Biner had a key fumble against the Broncos. He probably doesn't want to remember that. Eddie Blake.
Draft pick.
Chris Martin, Cornelius Bennett, Biscuit, Dexter Carter, he wasn't as big of a star as we would have liked for the 49ers. Nate Lewis.
Looks like he just made a great catch.
And then fell on his backside. Rod Woodson, Hall of Famer. Eric Swan. Keith Byers. Brad Baxter. Vinny Testaverde. Seeing a lot of fullback cards. Back when the teams had fullbacks. They had extra running back in the backfield that could block to protect the quarterback, help out the running game, and then also slip out there and catch a pass. Jim Dombrowski, Hugh Millen, Rich Gannon, Ernest Gibbons, and one of those Oiler receivers. Somebody just homered. Who was that?
Ballesteros
Oh, okay. Oh, his first home run of the season. I don't know if it's the first of his career or not.
I think it is.
It's out there by Rizzo. Like, he hit it out to him.
Yeah.
Heck, Rizzo, oh, it looks like Rizzo, can't believe he didn't catch the ball. Mike Munchak, we're not Cub fans. It's just, this is the first game that's on today. Johnny Holland.
And a rookie, somebody that's barely played,
Yeah.
just hit a ball out to a legend.
Yeah. Everything going right for the Cubs so far. All right, Mark Jackson.
Your friends want a ball? Here you go.
Gaston Green.
I'll hit a ball towards you.
I'm about to see the replay here. Drew Rasmussen giving it up. Once again, we can't let the TV get in the way of sorting through cards.
Look at this
Oh, it's coming. They got it's like Rizzo Cam. Oh, he actually touched it and it went like a row or two behind him. He just missed it. The guy in the row behind him got the ball.
Look at this.
No fighting, though. They're not fighting about it. Kelvin Martin, one-handed catch.
If he catches it.
Yeah.
If he makes that one-handed catch right here.
I think so. Maybe he tips it to himself.
Somebody else trying to go for this, just on a different team.
Yeah. Eric Metcalf, Bobby Wilson, a little dark. Anthony Morgan. Come on, you can't even see the dude's. You just can't even see his face. He got his head turned down. It's like, that's a better picture of the football than it is of the player. Like Will Wolford, Harry Galbraith, Michael Stewart, Don Mosbar, and Keith Hamilton draft pick. All right. So some of these are a little dark, some of these are a little out of focus, but Marion Butts, still quality.
Still quality cards?
Yeah, pretty good. Their 93 Fleer Ultra was pretty good too, because they did the same look for baseball. We've seen some of those. Okay, Marion Butts. John Taylor, Willie Green, and that's Nate Odoms on the ground. Greg Lloyd, Sack and Boomer Esiason. We'll give Greg Lloyd some love. He's pretty good. Fred Barnett.
That's a pretty good tackle.
Yeah, and you're going nowhere.
I'm gonna wrap my arms around your waist.
Time for a hug. They're gonna mark it down as a full sack. Mike Brim, Phil Sims, Ricky Jackson, Eric Martin, Darrell Williams draft pick, Henry Thomas, David Griggs, Carl Mecklenburg. Okay, we'll keep with the defensive legend theme here. Okay, Tony Tolbert playing on a baseball field. Mike Johnson, Tim Crumry, Trace Armstrong, Jim Richter, Jesse Tuggle, Gary Clark, one of those wide receivers for the Redskins, and we got Jacob Green and Mark Carrier. Okay. Larry Kelm, Mike Mooney draft pick, Notre Dame, and that's North Carolina. Marcus Allen as a Raider. Kevin Porter, Ron Stark, punter card. Johnny Meads and Chuck Cecil. Okay, another pack. Going through 1992 Fleer Ultra because why not? They were in a card binder, so we used the binder in the sleeves for probably some baseball stuff, and then this is what's left, the cards. Stink, Mark Schlereth, Sam Mills, the Field Mouse, Jesse Solomon, Tommy Kane, Bill Moss.
Everybody's going down.
Yeah, defensive end. There's Tom Rathman there, and then they got tackled. Yeah, okay, the play.
I don't even. What exactly is he doing?
Well, he's a defensive end, so he just laid on top of somebody. That play went nowhere, is what it looks like.
No.
Yeah.
It also looks like it's against the 49ers.
Mm-hmm. That's disappointing. Ed Cunningham draft pick. Keith DeLong. That's okay because now they've stopped the Chiefs on whatever play that was. Bruce Matthews and Warren Moon with his hands between Bruce Matthews' legs because that's, the problem with the center. You got to deal with the quarterback touching you. All right, Henry Rawling. Brian Noble's excited about something. Brett Perryman. David Treadwell. Like, we got every kicker in the league in this group of cards. Steve Atwater, he also could lay down the hits along with Dennis Smith, Larry Brown. I hate the Cowboys. Anthony Munoz. We have a pack of nothing but Anthony Munoz cards we opened a couple weeks ago.
Some Rizzo highlights.
Oh, yeah. All right. Wendell Davis. Keith McKellar. Chris Hinton. We got the 49ers facing Tunch Ilkin. And Aeneas Williams. James Joseph. Kyle Clifton. Edgar Bennett draft pick. He played for the Packers. Did a few things. Jeff Hosteller. Won a Super Bowl when Phil Simms was hurt. John Vaughn. Harry Newsome, the punter. Wow. Okay.
I think somebody just ran to the Ivy.
They're messing around out there. Is it Owen Casey?
Probably.
What else we got? Vesti Jackson. Oh, in right center field. Yeah, up against. Oh, they ran into each other. Right in center field ran into each other in front of the hefty garage
wall.
door. Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, Casey smashed up against the outfield wall. Okay, you have to turn on MLB.com if you want to see that highlight. All right, they made the catch though. Lionel Washington and Anthony Smith. So completely unrelatable baseball happening while we open football cards. Charles Haley. It's going to end up going over Greg Lloyd. He would go on to play for the Cowboys. He was a mean man. Yeah. I'm going to reuse these. Chris Dolman. Okay, well, Dolman, legend. Charles Haley. Okay, boom. Go stay defensive. Legends here. Eric Moten. What? Lamar Latham. Perry Kemp. Benny Blades. Simon Fletcher, all up on him. Rodney Culver, Notre Dame, one of those draft pick cards. Charles Mann, Jay Novacek, Hall of Famer.
Oh my gosh, Cowboys. We know that Rizzo's at the game.
We don't. He's there.
Just saying, it's Rizzo weekend.
It's Rizzo Cam. Michael Jackson, Brad Muster with the football, trying to score.
You better have the football.
Jay Hilgenberg, his teammate. Nate Odoms. Darian Connor, Brian Mitchell, special teams specialists, Broderick Thomas, John Casey, lots of people getting sacks. Louis Sharp, Byron Evans, James Hasty, Sean Landetta, Brett Maxey, Chris Singleton has the ball. Lewis Oliver is tackled. Marion Butts, he got smoked. Mario Bailey.
Got a card of that guy.
Yeah,
that's a draft pick card right here.
Todd Light against the 49ers. Todd Marinovich, he was a bust. It's probably an incompletion, okay?
That ball is not...
that should be Neil, I think it's Neil Smith probably.
That ball right in the air, that doesn't look like anybody's going to catch that.
Yeah. Jonathan Hayes and Jeff Harrod, the Colts. You got, a couple more? I thought we were going to do 20 minutes on this. This might take longer. It doesn't matter. Darryl Green.
As long as we get these facts out of the way.
Give Darryl Green more defensive love. We'll give Darryl Green some love over here. Brad Edwards.
Just as long as we, get through all these facts.
Yeah, we can file them away. Lawrence Dawsey, Guy McIntyre, and is that Steve Young? Yeah, Steve Young. Guy McIntyre. Craig McEwen.
Got the ball up in the air. Ready to
He's a lefty.
Somewhere.
He was a lefty. A Hall of Famer. Bubby Brister. Freddie Joe Nunn, three-part name. Terrell Buckley. Oh, he also played for the Packers. Keith Jackson. And Bill Romanowski. Rob Moore. Daryl Thompson. Lomas Brown. Mike Kroll. We'll go Tony Casillas of the hated Cowboys. Vince Newsom. William Perry, the refrigerator. The refrigerator. Huge. A very large man. We'll give him some love over Daryl
Oh,
Green.
looks like he's pushing somebody.
He's in a tussle. Donnell Wolford, Howard Ballard, Steve Broussard, Bart Oates, another center. Quinn Early, better to be early than to be late. Maurice Hurst, Carl Lee, Jeff Cross, Charles Davenport draft pick card. Henry Ellard, Derek Thomas. Oh, Derek Thomas. That's 43 sacks in his career at that point.
Legend.
Yeah. Eugene Daniel, Bo Orlando, and Ronnie Lott. It's just wrong. It's just he's not playing for the right team. He should be playing for that team right there.
I mean, he is
What the heck is he making friends with the Chiefs, a division rival? What's happening there? Yeah. So at this point, he had 59 career interceptions, 5 touchdowns, and 6.5 sacks, 814 tackles, and he doesn't look happy at all. He's really
Like they
intense.
just lost.
Yeah. Sorry, Derek Thomas. Even though he's in the wrong uniform. Okay. You know what? You left and went to the Cowboys. Here, we're going to do that instead. Okay. Pat Swilling, Saints legend.
So he bounced around a bit, clearly. Sounds
He
like.
ended up with the Jets, too. Pat Swilling, Leroy Horde, James Francis, Andre Tippett, people all over the place in the ground, Randall McDaniel, Reggie Roby.
That was a great punt.
Yeah, I mean, punter cards. Reggie Roby was one of the best. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of punters. Did we care that he punted for 22,592 yards? Yeah, he averaged 45.7 yards on 54 punts. So he didn't have to kick a lot of punts because the Dolphins were probably halfway decent. But his average is pretty good. Damone Johnson.
There's another punter.
Jeff Gossett. Oh,
Looks like-
severe weather.
Yeah, looks like it's snowing.
Rob Thomas, a different Rob Thomas. Jesse Hester. Chris Mims, draft pick card. Chris Dishman. Mike Tomczak. He was a Cowboy. Ray Crockett. Michael Brooks, Mark Stepnoski, Sean Gale, Chris Miller, Tim McKyer, he had played for the 49ers, another lame checklist card. Art Monk, Hall of Famer. We had a pack of nothing but Art Monk cards recently. Reggie Cobb, Rufus Porter, Merton Hanks. He liked to shake his, you can't see it, he liked to do like a chicken dance whenever he made a big play. Courtney Hall,
Sure.
Jeff Faulkner, Calvin Williams, Eric McMillan, Bob Whitfield, draft pick card, Stephen Baker, the touchdown maker, and Steve Tasker, special teams extraordinaire, wide receiver, but he also was really good at he'd be the guy, like the gunner, he'd run down the field and make the tackle on punts.
Yeah.
So they'd kick the ball and he'd be down there to tackle the guy. So I don't know that he had very many receptions. Yeah. 2 receptions for 39 yards and a touchdown in 1991. Had 6 catches in his career up to that point. Probably had more special teams tackles than that for sure. All right, that's all we got. Thanks for watching. Yeah, thanks for watching. Enjoy week 2 of the football season, and we'll see you later.